get started, our board president, Mr. Lunceford, would like to say a few words. Mr. Lunceford.
Thank you, Mr. Doster. On behalf of the Board of Education, I'd like to welcome you all this evening, and thank you so much for taking time out of your evening. In this community, as you know, education is very, very important to us, and we really welcome these opportunities where the administration, the board, as well as the parents and the community members can come together just to get an understanding of what the goals and objectives are for the district and how well we're doing in terms of making progress towards them. So, as I move on, I just wanted to quickly acknowledge my fellow board members. On the screen you see the names of the Board of Education. We have a few members that are joining me this evening. So I will start with our Board Secretary, Leah Langston. Just stand up and let everybody see who you are. Lisa Harrell. And Steve Paredes. Well, we have board meetings usually twice a month, regular board meeting on the second Monday of the month, and a committee of the whole meeting on the fourth Monday of the month, in case you were ever wondering when we have board meetings. And there is plenty of information on our board schedule and our activity on the website. So I once again thank you, and I'm going to turn it back to Mr. Doster.
Thank you, Ms. Lunceford. Before I get started, over the weekend, I had the opportunity of attending Those Who Excel conference. It was at Bloomington, and we had 4 staff members that participated. They're recognized by the State Board of Education. However, I do want to note that Ms. Dolores Manis, who is our 6th grade reading teacher, was one of 11 teachers who were nominated for Teacher of the Year. And unfortunately, she did not receive it. A woman from a 2nd grade teacher from Sandwich did, but we are very, very proud of Ms. Manis, and that is just evidence of the type of teachers we have in our school district. So we're greatly proud of her and all of our teachers for what they do. I'd like to thank Ms. Westerland for hosting this event this evening. So thank you. Could you please stand for a round of applause? I wish more people were here this evening. Last year we had about 100. So one thing that I want to let everyone know is that we have a personal, if you have a personal device, it is already on the website, the PowerPoint that we're going to be showing you this evening. In addition, this is being videotaped. It should be on our website in about a week or a week and a half. So you're able to take a look at it then. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Tonight we have about 78 to 80 slides. We will be going through them in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. At the end of our presentation, we'll take a few minutes for questions and answers, or we'll give answers, and maybe you'll give us some answers, but we'll definitely take some questions at that time. And as we move on with the PowerPoint, I want to go through our district leaders. My name is Craig Doster, I'm district superintendent. We have Dr. Amy Wark. If you would stand, she's assistant superintendent of learning and instruction. We have Ms. Fran Lavella. She is assistant superintendent of business operations. Ms. Nancy Wilson, director of special education. Mr. Bruce Markwalder, director of technology. Ms. Christine Tomasino, educational technology coordinator. Our building leaders at Flossmoor Hills is Ms. Patricia McCraven. If you please stand. At Heather Hill, we have Ms. Patricia Fears. Serena Hills, we have Ms. Christina Romo. She is not here. She is at Outdoor Ed with our 5th grade students. They took off this morning and she's enjoying her time, but we have a round of applause for her as well. Western Avenue, we have Dr. Chad Crozen, who's up here. He's a speaker tonight. And then Parker Junior High, of course, you met Ms. Lynn Westerland. We have Mr. Bruce Brzezinski and Mr. Bruce Numinski, who are assistant principals. Tonight you're going to receive a lot of information from us. A couple items that I wanted to touch base on is we have a strategic plan, and I have a slide a little bit later in the slide presentation that I will go over. 21st Century Learning Initiative. This is our first full year of the initiative taking place. Last January we started it with our 4th and 7th grade it was about a semester long. We had some data. It was not a full year evaluation program, so we're waiting to see what happens this fall in regards to more data. However, our 4th, 5th, 7th, 8th grade students have a one-on-one device at this time. Our junior high was a little bit late as far as parents know that we're there as far as getting their devices. However, they have them now, and our teachers are really working hard with those students. Our 4th and 5th grade students are doing well as well with that. Our 3rd grade students, we have a one-on-one environment for them at this point where our teachers are working with the iPads, and in our other grade levels we have laptops available as well as iPads for them to use. Next on the docket here is facilities and Parker construction update. We have both of our architects, the board architects, we have Jerry Guy and Mr. George Regal, who will be talking about that project and showing some conceptual pictures to the crowd. But last year we had a committee, and the committee reviewed and discussed all of the facilities in our school district, and there's a comprehensive plan that we talked about. And with all that information that we brought forth through community surveys, input from our staff, input from our Board of Education administration, we brought a recommendation to the Board of Education over the summer, and it was approved that we will be doing some work in regards to health, life, safety, putting a couple roofs on buildings. We'll be doing some parking lot additions as well as improvements, and Parker will have a huge addition put on that will begin this spring, as well as the problem we have. Those parents that have been in our school district in the past, or at Parker in the past, you'll notice that when it rains a lot, it's like Lake Parker out there. We will be taking care of that, as well as having better parking and better travel ways for the kids to travel out of schools and parents. Negotiations. Some people may or may not know that we have negotiated a contract, the Board of Education and the FEA Association. We started about the middle of spring last year, and the board finally ratified on their part, on their behalf, and that was done about 2 weeks ago. The FEA ratified about a week earlier than that. It was an excellent agreement that was made by both groups, and there was great relationships that took place, and we look at building a wonderful future together with our association. Next, we have the Common Core Standards. We finished our math Common Core Standards as far as the first year. We are working on our ELA, our reading, our language, and our writing this year. Our teachers will be doing a great amount of work with that, as well as doing that over the summer. And it is a change, it's a paradigm shift from what we're used to as far as our teaching practices go and what we teach our students. It's a different way of looking. We'll be hearing more about that in with future slides. But we are ahead of the curve as far as the state in regards to making sure that we're preparing for the PARCC test, which will take place in 2016. District communication, we have worked diligently with that this year. We have our website that most people know about, and we also have a weekly school blast. We receive those on Sunday evening. Some schools receive them on Friday evening for the following week, and that talks about the highlights in the schools. We have the State of the District speech, which is taking place. This is our second annual district speech. We have school coffees. If you've not been, have not attended one yet, please do so. There's 3 to 4 that will take place in each school. There will be a district coffee that will take place with my cabinet and myself. That will be this spring. At those coffees, there's no agenda. It's just conversation, and we talk about different things that are going on in the district. Our eChalk page, there's a lot of information on those pages in regards to homework or any updates that your teachers or your administrators may have in the buildings. Board Docs is a program our Board of Education uses. It has all of our minutes and information regarding our school board and their activities. Visions newsletter, we just finished that today. That will be mailed out to every resident in our school district, and that will be mailed out tomorrow. So everyone should have that in their hands by Friday. It'll also be posted on our website. And then lastly, on the list is Skyward. Skyward is a program where you can take a look at your children's grades, how much you owe for lunch, what their lunch count is, etc. When we talk about the 21st century learning, last year we had, we talked about it, it was in theory. We've done a lot of work over the first semester, and I want to show you this slide to show you what we've done. This is just a little bit of information. We have some speakers that will be talking shortly, especially our teachers, and they have some examples as well. So with this, I just push play, is that right?
Here are some of the ways I got started using iPads in my classroom. Raz Kids is an app and also a website kids can go on for their independent reading at their level. QR codes are the best student motivator, and they actually want to take a quiz on it. So I use Google Drive for QR codes a lot in my classroom and in every subject. Screen Chomp I use in math class for making videos for explaining a problem. GarageBand is cool for recording fluency or when they are reading the self. And Inspiration we've used in science, creating diagrams to explain ecosystems. And the students project it up and just explain what they did. The students like using Doster. It's easy to create 3-word summary sentences with different fonts. They also open the text pictures and they can highlight them, write all over it, and then they bring it to their small groups to discuss. Enjoy!